and you are looking live at a Falcon 9 rocket on the launch pad at the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station in Florida. At 6:24 this evening, the aerospace company SpaceX will launch a Dragon cargo spacecraft on a NASA mission to resupply the International Space Station. Good evening and welcome everyone to NASA's Kennedy Space Center for our live coverage of the launch of the 18th resupply mission for SpaceX. I'm your host, Jennifer Wolfinger. We are about 23 minutes away from the planned liftoff of a Falcon 9 rocket from the coast of Florida. The mission? To fly much-needed astronaut supplies and research experiments up to the International Space Station. And we have a team of correspondents across the country helping us cover all the angles of this launch. We will head to the Mission Director Center here on the Space Coast to get updates on the weather and the countdown. And we'll head west to SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, California, and check in at Mission Control Houston at Johnson Space Center. We also have a correspondent standing by with some of the agency's top science experts. But first, here are some quick facts about today's launch. SpaceX transported the Falcon 9 rocket out to the launch pad and lifted it to vertical launch position for the 18th cargo resupply mission to the International Space Station. The plan is to keep the Dragon spacecraft docked to station for about 4 weeks before bringing it back to Earth. This is the third flight for this Dragon spacecraft and the second time this Falcon booster has been flown. Dragon will deliver more than 5,000 pounds of astronaut supplies and payloads for science research to the orbiting laboratory. Now let's bring in NASA's Daryl Nail, who is in the Mission Director Center just a few miles away from the launch pad. Daryl?
Yeah, Jennifer, the big story right now is the weather and concern that it could violate the launch criteria. This has been an ongoing concern since the forecast was first put out. But now there's a storm cell approaching the pad that they are concerned could cause a problem with launch. As you look at this view of the pad, you can see pieces of blue sky, little patches that have opened up. We have a low pressure system that stalled out over central Florida, but just recently some of those clouds parted, allowing the sun to come through in a certain portion of the spaceport here. But there are dark areas around it, and we have, as you can see on this radar, a clump of storms heading our way out from the southwest. They are headed into the area, and according to the Air Force weather officer, they will possibly create no-go conditions for launch at the T0 mark. Now, despite this, SpaceX is discussing continuing on with the countdown, and so that's where we're at T-minus 21 minutes and counting. As you can see, that's the CRS-18 current forecast, which has just been updated. Winds 15 to 20 miles per hour out of the southwest. They're not a factor. Temperature 83 degrees, also not a factor. But the concerns are the attached anvil rule, the cumulus cloud rule, and the lightning rule. So probability of violation stands at 90%. Only 10% go for launch because of that storm cell and its approach here to the spaceport. So, of course, we are monitoring that situation, which they are discussing at this very moment. But we want to pause for just a minute to pay tribute to a NASA legend here at the Space Center who passed away on Monday. We are remembering a pioneer and a legend, Christopher Kraft. He passed away on Monday at the age of 95. Kraft created the concept of NASA's mission control. Kraft was flight director during some of the most iconic moments of space history during Mercury, Gemini, and Apollo, and his work continued all the way into the shuttle program. Kraft received numerous awards and honors for his accomplishments, and they include NASA's Outstanding Leadership Medal and 4 NASA Distinguished Service Medals. All right, we're going to stay tuned and keep in touch with launch teams here at Hangar AE at the Cape Canaveral Air Force Station. As you look, you can see the Falcon 9 rocket is being fueled up, and they are proceeding with the count. However, weather is not looking good at this very moment. So for now, we'll toss it back to you, Jennifer. Have another update in just a few minutes.
Thanks, Daryl. We'll check back with you a little later. Right now, we are at T-minus 19 minutes and counting. Let's check in with SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, California, where the Falcon 9 rocket and Crew Dragon were designed and built. Virgil Kellehessen is joining us live from SpaceX's Mission Control Center. Virgil, will you tell us a little bit about Dragon's history and reusability?
Sure thing, Jennifer. Thank you. This mission marks SpaceX's 9th launch of 2019, and today we'll be launching a flight-proven Dragon spacecraft. This launch is also particularly exciting as it will be the first time we've flown Dragon for a third mission. This vehicle visited the International Space Station previously for our CRS-6 mission back in April 2015 and for CRS-13 in December 2017. Both Falcon 9 and Dragon were designed with reflight in mind, so the vehicle hardware is built to support multiple missions with minimal refurbishment in between. As noted, Dragon that you see on screen has flown twice before, while the booster we'll be launching today has flown once. After stage separation, we'll be bringing it back to land at Landing Zone 1 at Cape Canaveral so that it can be reused on future missions. Of course, this is if we launch today. To provide a little historical background, in 2010, SpaceX became the first private company to send a spacecraft to orbit and return it to Earth. And only 2 years later, Dragon became the first privately developed spacecraft to visit the space station. Our Dragon spacecraft has been flying for nearly 7 years now, and today it's one of the few vehicles that can deliver significant cargo to the ISS, and the only one that can deliver cargo from it. To date, SpaceX has made 19 trips to the ISS, and we're under contract with NASA for a total of 26 of these cargo resupply missions. With that, back to you, Jennifer.
Thanks, Virgil. Liftoff to today's rocket from Launch Complex 40 is timed down right to the very second. The reason for this? SpaceX needs to get their cargo spacecraft lined up to rendezvous with the International Space Station. For more on this, let's check in with NASA's Leah Cheshire, who's live at Johnson Space Center in Houston. Leah?
Thanks, Jennifer, and welcome to the International Space Station Flight Control Room here in Houston. And it's actually housed within the Christopher Craft Mission Control Center, so a sweet tribute earlier, and we're still thinking of his life and legacy here as well. Now, teams here, each flight director is an expert on a specific system aboard the International Space Station, and those flight controllers here are going to be led by Flight Director Royce Renfrew today. We have 6 astronauts aboard the International Space Station right now. That's Christina Cook, Alexei Ovchinin, and Nick Hague, who all arrived in March. Luca Parmitano, Alexander Skvortsov, and Andrew Morgan actually just arrived this past Saturday, July 20th, which was also the 50th anniversary of the Apollo 11 moon landing. It's in the 10 o'clock hour aboard the International Space Station. They use Greenwich Mean Time, so the astronauts are currently off duty and have the opportunity to sleep, but they may be up watching the launch as well. Once Dragon launches and arrives at the International Space Station, which is currently scheduled for Friday, July 26th, NASA astronaut Nick Hague will take his place at the cupola and use the station's Canadarm2 to reach out and grapple the spacecraft. He'll be backed up by NASA's Christina Cook. Now, once that's complete, they will turn controls over to the robotics controller here on the ground, who will also use the Canadarm2 to reposition the spacecraft and bring it up to the station's Harmony module, where it will be berthed after a series of 16 bolts. Dragon will remain attached for about a month, and those are our upcoming things we're looking forward to. So we hope you will join us 7:30 a.m. Central Time on Friday morning. Until then, hoping for a launch today, and back to you, Jennifer.
Thanks, Leah. A wide variety of research has been taking place on low Earth orbit for the past 18 years. The International Space Station is also a test bed for space technology. To tell us more about this is NASA's Laura Aguiar, who is awaiting launch with one of the agency's top science officials. Laura?
Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, science is soaring into space. And with me now is Pete Hasbrook. He is the manager of the International Space Station Program Science Office. Pete, give us an overview of what's on CRS-18.
There's some great things on this flight. We have over 40 experiments that are either launching today or being supported by this launch on ISS. Our next speaker will talk more about those. One of the other key things is the international docking adapter in the trunk of the Dragon. It will give us a second docking port on the ISS for our future commercial crew vehicles and other missions that we'll have to the ISS.
Okay, so what role does the International Space Station play in the Artemis program and NASA's Moon to Mars exploration plans?
We have a very big role. We've been supporting exploration development for many years in the space station, primarily in 2 areas. One of them is in human research and understanding the risks to people who travel long distances in confined environments. We want to understand what those risks are, our strategies for how we can control the risks and mitigate them and keep the crew safe and healthy. We also have technology demonstration and development, where we offer a test bed for you to fly your space equipment before it's really fully ready. Come test it out on the space station in the low gravity environment. We've got a crew who can fix it. You can run through all the contingency modes that you never want to use. At worst, you bring it home. So life support systems, communication, power, lots of areas that we're supporting.
Okay, so there was some recent news about new opportunities for commercial business and maybe even some people traveling to space.
Very exciting for us. We know that there's a commercial desire for a commercial market out there for space. NASA being the initial space station platform, we can help set the foothold for people who want to go do business in space. And so we are making some of our resources available for people who want to fly things for purely commercial purposes. We now have policies for reimbursing the government, which is a really new thing for the government. Private astronaut missions, where some of these commercial vehicles will be able to bring private citizens, private astronauts to the station to do research or just do what they've wanted to pay to do. We have a future docking module, a future commercial module, a free flyer. We're always looking for ideas to promote the low Earth orbit economy, things that maybe can be manufactured in space that are very high value but low mass.
I think there's a lot of people who are going to be excited about that.
Yep, we are really.
Okay. Well, we're excited to get an update on launch. Jen, let's go back to you.
Thanks, Laura. Now let's head back to the Mission Director Center to get an update from NASA's Daryl now. Daryl?
Hi, Jen. So an update from the launch team, and that is that currently we are no-go weather-wise if the launch were to happen right now. But, of course, we're T-minus in 12.5 minutes at the moment. There are two rules, weather rules, that they establish here that are in violation at the moment, and they are the detached anvil cloud rule and the surface electric field rule. As you look from this view at the rocket up into the sky, you can see that we've got some dark clouds in the area. The concern is that there's a storm cell approaching us that may cause the launch to go into no-go at the T0, which it is also forecast to go. But SpaceX has decided, as you can see, that storm cell kind of weakens as it's going over land. They've decided they want to take this count down to 30 seconds and make the call then on whether or not to abort for poor weather conditions. So as you can see, the rocket is being fueled at this moment, and they are continuing with their count at T-minus 11 minutes and 37 seconds. Now, this booster that you see here is familiar to this launch pad because it has launched on previous missions along with the capsule, the spacecraft on the top. There you see it, the booster coming back to land after it launched on CRS-17. It was a beautiful shot right there, looking over the Atlantic Ocean onto landing pad 1, where it came down to a nearly perfect landing. That booster was then taken, refurbished, and now they've got it sitting on the pad again to launch up on another CRS mission. The spacecraft at the top, the Dragon spacecraft, well, it's flown 2 prior missions. And as you can see there from that close-up shot, that particular spacecraft is making a record now. It actually is flying on its 3rd mission, and it's got badging to prove it. You see the SpaceX logo there, but underneath the P, they have a couple of badges that indicate it has flown twice before to the International Space Station on CRS-13 and CRS-6. And as you look over to the right of the SpaceX logo, underneath the X, you can see the Apollo 50th badging. And that's a nice touch there as they honor and help us honor the 50th anniversary of Apollo 11. And today, in fact, would be the 50 years to the day mark that Apollo 11 astronauts returned to Earth and splashed down in the Pacific Ocean. Now, we are sitting at T-minus 10 minutes and counting. We're going to toss it back to Jen, but we are keeping our eyes to the skies and listening to the launch team, which is currently keeping the count going. Jen, we'll toss it back to you.
Thanks, Daryl. The Dragon spacecraft will be filled with critical materials to directly support science and research that will take place on the International Space Station. A new international docking adapter called IDA-3 is one of CRS-18's primary payloads. When installed, the adapter will provide a connecting point for spacecraft designed to carry astronauts for NASA's Commercial Crew Program, as well as non-NASA missions. The adapters are built to the International Docking System standard, which means any spacecraft designed using these measurements can use the adapter. The Biofabrication Facility, or BFF, is designed to print organ-like tissues in microgravity. Printing the complex structures found inside human organs has proven difficult to accomplish in Earth's gravity environment. BFF is an early step in a long-term plan to eventually manufacture whole human organs in space. Another exciting payload is the BioRock investigation. With BioRock, we hope to gain insights into how microbes grow in space and how we might use them in human exploration and settlement of space, from mining to turning rocks into soil on the Moon and Mars. And now to give us a look at another mission investigation is NASA's Laura Aguiar. Laura?
Thank you, Jennifer. So yes, NASA has a lot of science going on board, but commercial business has the opportunity for space R&D as well. Joining me now is Ken Shields. He is the Vice President and Chief Operating Officer of the U.S. National Laboratory on station. So I hear we're going to set some records.
We are, Laura. We're looking forward to setting some records. Tonight, when we launch SpaceX 18, we're going to launch 25 ISS National Laboratory sponsored payloads. That's a single launch record for the U.S. National Laboratory. In addition to that, with the arrival of these payloads, it's going to be 90 for the year, which is another record, a year high for the National Laboratory. And last, we're going to set a crew time usage record for the year also, approaching 1,000 hours is what we're baseline to do right now. So we're very proud of that and looking forward to it.
Oh, absolutely. So why is it important to have a U.S. National Laboratory on station?
The U.S. National Laboratory, we focus on microgravity research and development initiatives to benefit life on Earth. So it's a way to open up the use of the ISS, access to space and microgravity for a whole new user community that's not NASA looking to utilize the ISS to further their expedition goals.
Okay, Ken, we know how important it is to keep the environment pristine for our astronauts' welfare. But what's this we hear about slime on board?
What is this slime you speak of, Laura? That's right, we're going to fly slime in space. So an important part of the National Lab mission is also to excite and engage the next generation, the future generation of engineers and explorers, and we do that by learning while we have some fun. So we are going to launch slime in space and see how this non-Newtonian fluid behaves in microgravity.
All right, Jen, we're going to hand this back to you really quick before somebody gets the idea to dump slime on our heads.
Thanks, Laura. We are now just 7 minutes from launch. Let's head back over to the Mission Director Center where NASA's Daryl Nail is monitoring communications. Hey, Daryl, how are things looking?
Well, Jen, they're looking not so good at this very moment. We are currently no-go for weather at the T0 mark, which is 6:24 and 30 seconds this evening. But SpaceX is continuing with the count because they are hoping that there will be a break in the weather, which, as you can currently see, we have some clearing in and around the pad, but then you look in another direction, as you see there, and you see some dark clouds off in the distance. So this is going to come down to the wire. And just to recap for you, SpaceX teams discussed this situation as you're watching the gaseous oxygen venting off from the top of the rocket there. They discussed the possibility that they might catch a break, and they want to see if they can just do that. So they're going to let this count get down to 30 seconds. And then at that moment, if we are still no-go weather-wise, then they will abort the launch attempt. But if not, and it clears in the next few minutes or right up to 30, then they're going to go ahead and fire this thing off. And so what we're looking at now in terms of the countdown and where we're at 5 minutes and 47 seconds and counting. They have been put the Dragon to internal power. They began chilling the engines, which helps prepare them for the super cold oxygen, which is part of the fueling system. They get it as cold and as dense as possible so it can have more lifting capability. They also, some of the things to look for in the last few seconds of launch, they will flood that pad with water, and that helps suppress the sound, which is an incredible roar if you're here watching the launch. But it could be too much, in fact, damaging if they don't flood the pad with water. We're getting down to 5 minutes, and we are still no-go for 2 weather factors for launch. As we get down in underneath 5 minutes, The RP1 fueling should be complete. And as they continue to work this, we'll give you a heads up that just about in about a few seconds, they would start retracting the strong back, which is that structure that is holding the rocket upside, vertical. Let's listen in now to the count to see how it proceeds. All right, I've been listening into the teams as they discuss the situation. They are continuing with the count underneath 3 minutes and counting. We are close to completing the fueling of the liquid oxygen, and they are close to closing out stage 1 fueling. Let's take a look at the radar just to get a sense, since this is going to be a close call. As you can see, that clump of clouds that starts off very strong, green, plenty of rain, but starts to dry out. There is Space Launch Complex 40. And as that storm system approaches, you can see how it is weakening. And that is apparently what the hope is that those launch criteria, which are commit criteria, those violations will be lifted as that system weakens. But from our views that we can see, it just seems like a mixed bag. We have areas of the sky that appear clear. We also have areas like that one right there. If you were looking at that and that way, that direction alone, you'd think, well, let's launch this rocket. But you look at this view, and it tells you a different story. In fact, you can see some rain droplets. That's looking back to the west. That cloud that you see coming out there, venting off the oxygen, 1 minute and 25 seconds to launch, just 60 seconds until they make a decision on whether or not to launch this rocket today. The backup date is tomorrow, should they need it. We're approaching the minute mark, and then about 15 seconds later, listen for the launch director to see if he gives go for launch.
Falcon 9 startup. Dragon is in startup.
And here we approach decision time. 5 seconds rather.
Hold on countdown 1. Launch board's running.
And there you have it. The launch is a no-go for today. They abort and scrubbed the launch. They were trying and hoping that the weather would clear at the last second, but it did not. The conditions early on were 70% no-go, but as this one storm cell, which started off around Lakeland a couple hours ago and proceeded quickly to the launch pad, it was forecast that it could be a factor. but it was a close call. And SpaceX now going to push this launch to tomorrow, just around 6 o'clock. They're going to go ahead and scrub it 24 hours and see if they can revisit this tomorrow, which is unfortunate. But early on today, there were storms rolling all over the Space Center, and you would have thought they had no chance. And then we got this break that you're looking at right here, this little opening in the clouds, and it seemed like it might just happen. But in the end, they held out hope for as long as they could, right down to 30 seconds, before going into a 24-hour hold. So we scrubbed the launch from now, and that's going to do it for us out here at Hangar AE in Cape Canaveral. Jennifer, we'll toss it back to you in the studio.
As you've just heard, today's launch has been scrubbed. This concludes our coverage of today's CRS-18 launch attempt. For updates on the next attempt and this resupply mission, visit nasa.gov. Thank you for joining us.